All right, so just a quick live update on what we got going on, and we can talk about this game here as well. The out in the West, as of right now, it's about midway through the first quarter, and it is a score of about 15-7 in favor of Oklahoma City at home. OKC, I just heard an interesting stat as well, has not lost back-to-back games since 2023. That's pretty damn impressive, honestly, man. Oklahoma City looks pretty damn good. They look like a lot different team than they were the last game. G-Mike, obviously you see the series right now, 1-0 in favor of Denver. Was this what everybody's been worried about, that Oklahoma City is too young and can't handle this, or what the hell's going on here, man? Or has Denver just got that championship pedigree and ready to go?
They have the championship pedigree for sure, right? But with this, I think the coach blew that first game, in my opinion. I think, it's going to be a hard-fought game. There's not going to be no easy way to go around a reigning a champ a few years back with the Denver Nuggets, and you have arguably the three-time MVP in Nikola Jokic, and he has a good surrounding cast. Whenever they are on fire, they're a great surrounding cast, right? But OKC was playing great defense. They were playing great offense. It just came down to the last minute of the game. And if you didn't watch the game, the head coach of the Oklahoma City Thunder, who's in the interim coach, because their coach no, I'm sorry. Not the interim coach. I'm sorry. I was thinking
about Grizzlies.
Yeah, I was thinking about the Nuggets. He's a young coach though. He's not very experienced.
Now the Nuggets coach did get fired. The Nuggets coach did get fired. Malone got fired.
Mm-hmm. I was mixing him up. The Thunder's coach, he's not very experienced. He's only been a head coach for a few years now, 2-3 years now. But when it came down to that last minute, they did 3 intentional fouls because the game was close and they didn't want Denver Nuggets to get the last shot off, right? OKC was up by like 3 points. They fouled. Nuggets made it a 1-point game. Thunder went down the court. They called a timeout. They scored. They went up 3 again. It was like 20 seconds left. Nuggets got the ball. Thunder intentionally fouled again. They go to the line. 2 more shots are made. They're up by 1 more point. They take a timeout, go down the field, go down the court. They score. Then the Nuggets use their last timeout, right? It's like 12 seconds left. And this is where I didn't agree with what happened. 12 seconds left. They used their last timeout. They inbound the ball, and the Thunder intentionally foul again. If the opposing team already has 12 seconds left on the clock and they've already used their last timeouts and they're down by 3 points, why would you intentionally foul? I don't understand. Why would you do that? Let them inbound the ball. 12 seconds left. They literally have to go down the court. They have to go down the court. That's like 4 seconds. They have to get a good shot off. It's going to take them another 3 seconds to try to get a good shot off. And even then, you have to trust that your defense, which has been the top 5 defense in the league for the last 2 years, this past year has been top 2 for most of the year. You don't rely and trust in your defense for them to put a hand up, and then even if they make the shot, you probably still have 2 seconds left to go down the court and throw a Hail Mary. If not, you're going to OT. You go to OT, you have a younger, faster, well-endorenced in the players to get you to the promised land of winning this game. But no, you intentionally...
I think a deeper bench, too.
Yes. You intentionally foul, right? They go down the court. They make 2 shots. You get the ball. Go down the court. They foul Chet Holmgren. Young mentality comes to mind here. He misses both freaking free throws. He misses both free throws. They get the rebound. Russell Westbrook going down the court sees Aaron Gordon wide open because Russell Westbrook is a great playmaker. Aaron Gordon gets the ball. He's a damn champion. He's hit another buzzer beater in the playoffs already, and he hits this one. He goes up by 1 point. You guys don't have another timeout, and you have 1 second left to get a shot off.
In the story.
I do not understand why you intentionally fouled after they wasted their timeouts. When they had their timeouts, I understand it. You want them to waste the timeouts. You don't want them to have the time saved. You know what I'm saying? Like, you want the time to run out. But once they wasted them, bro, you got to let it play. You got to trust in your defense.
I think that sometimes we're like, to me, that sounds almost like one of those analytic moves that, on paper, it probably makes more sense for them to be able to limit the amount of shots, stuff like that. So you foul them and you can only make 2-point shots at this point in time and stuff. But I agree with you, man. Sometimes you have to just let the guys go out there and play and do what they're supposed to be doing. And Oklahoma City has been one of the best, like you were saying, defensive teams in the league, if not the last couple seasons. You got an MVP caliber player who does have good defense. You got a bunch of just role players that are really good, and you hate to see it go down like that for Oklahoma City. That's how they're gonna do it, is trying this analytic stuff to me and try and limit what they're going to be able to do. And once again, it just comes back to bite them in the ass for that. Especially Aaron Gordon's been on fire too, man. He's been playing lights out, man. How about that alley-oop he caught off of Jokic? Whether or not was that an alley-oop or was that just a miss, or what do you think that was? You know what I'm talking about? The hook shot that Jokic basically throws.
I think that was a miss.
I think it was intentional. I think he was actually trying to throw that one, but man, AG's been playing out of his mind lately, man. And ever since he's actually got into Denver, man, I think that Aaron Gordon has played like a completely different guy. His just defense paralysis. He's just looked a lot more comfortable than he's ever looked. And it helps also whenever you're the third, maybe fourth guy on the team, and you can still have all that athleticism. It helps out a lot instead of trying to be the number one guy whenever you're just not built to be a number one guy. But I'm really happy for Aaron Gordon to be able to make that shot, to be able to live down in history like that. That's one of those moments that we're going to be, telling people about 5 years now. Remember that AG 3-pointer that he made for them to go up to win. So it's going to be definitely interesting. As of right now, it looks like the Oklahoma City are coming out guns blazing right now. It's 20-9 as a live update in this series right now, and it just looks like one of those games where Oklahoma City just has it clicking and they're on fire on all cylinders. We said the same thing about Boston twice, and things happen. Makes the playoffs a lot of fun, man. I think just looking at this game here, you can't, when we're watching this live, I'm going to go. I think that Oklahoma City will be able to probably take this game and tie up the series. Just going off the vibe that I'm seeing out there right now, Oklahoma City looks like they're just ready to come out and play tonight and prove a point. You got any thoughts to close out this one?
Just that OKC's not Boston. OKC will keep their foot on their necks and keep the gas to the pedal. They will not let off the gas. So I can see, yes, they're very built differently. They do not want to let anybody get back into games at all because they can see what it could happen, how it could happen. And I think that if they keep going at it, not saying that they will kill Denver, because Denver, like we said, they're a championship caliber team. They know how to win. They know how to pick and pick spots and know what to do on the court. Sometimes OKC doesn't have that because they're inexperienced, but OKC's not going to let the foot off the gas. Now, will they mess up? Maybe create some turnovers in the second half and stuff like that? Yeah, because the Denver Nuggets are that type of team that they're very strategic and they're smart. But I would say OKC probably win this game by maybe 10 or 12.
Yeah, that's just the vibe I'm looking at it too. Obviously, we're still in the first quarter as we're going live here, but just going off the vibe and the body language out here, it just looks like Oklahoma City has something to prove this game, that they deserve to be the record that they have and where they are. And it's interesting too because this series is definitely one of those veterans versus young players, and the emerging players versus the players that's already been there, done that. So it's interesting to see, man. SGA is on the rise, and Jokic is still just never left anywhere, man. Jokic is still just an awesome player, so you can't count him out. I think this series is probably going to be a 6 or 7 game series, though. I just feel like that Denver's not going to give up. Yeah,
no, for sure they won't. And it's funny how earlier you brought up how we love to live in the moment, whatever, when we were doing the Jaden Daniels topic. I saw a post today that someone put, is OKC the most overrated number 1 seed? I started laughing. I'm just like, bro, people just don't know how to appreciate anything. They don't know how to appreciate it.
Right. Yeah, it was a last second 3-point shot, one of the coolest shots you'll ever see. But now Oklahoma City's overrated. Forget about the regular season, them dominating, them just sweeping a team. They're overrated. They're garbage. Like, come on, man.